Quite a number of benefits, or even the efforts that we have made and the strides that we've made as Wendi. First, Wendi was developed to ensure that every Ugandan is financially included. And when you talk about every Uganda being financially included, you're talking about to the last mile, a person in Nakapiripiriti, a person in Kisoro, a person in Arua, a person in Moroto, everywhere you are. Whether we have a bank branch there as Post Bank, whether any other bank has a bank branch there or not, we are supposed to ensure that we financially include each and every Ugandan. And if you look at PDM, for example, we have more than 10,000 parishes in the country, and each parish is given money. PDM does not discriminate. That you see, we are only going to give money to the people in Kampala or municipalities or cities where banks are located. So Wendi came in handy. We go up to the last person, we go up to the last parish within the country, from the north to the south, to the east to the west. So we made sure that we onboard or enroll all beneficiaries, all PDM beneficiaries on Wendi. Before Wendi, if you can recall, it was very hard for beneficiaries to open up accounts. You would get beneficiaries move from Nakapiripiriti to go to Moroto to open up accounts. You would get beneficiaries move from as far as maybe Parisa to come to Mbali to open up accounts. And I remember you saw those lines in the very first year where people would sleep on the streets of Mbali, where people would sleep in the branches of Kampala, just waiting to register. With Wendi, within 5 minutes, if I had 100 people here, I stand and take them through how you're supposed to onboard on Wendi. Within 5 minutes, 100 people would have registered. No paperwork, no sign here, no sign there. You just need your national ID and your phone. That is why you can hardly see any numbers at the bank branches, even when the money is dispersed by the Ministry of Finance to the banks. So I think that is a plus. Registration has been very, very, very easy. It is convenient. It is easy to access. So I think, we've made strides. Maybe another one is the speed at which we send this money. In the first year, I think it took more than 1.5 years to disperse the first funds. And as I speak right now, you may find that even there are some banks that still have that money. So the money would take more than a year to be distributed to the beneficiaries. As I speak right now, we received about 500 within Wendi, about 500 billion shillings in December, in January this year. As I speak right now, 90% of that money has been disbursed. This money, a second tranche was given to us. It was given to us last month, beginning of this month, June. As I speak right now, all groups have already received their money on their accounts, and beneficiaries have also started receiving that money. For as long as they are going through the due process, they have started receiving money. A case in point, I think as everyone was giving out money out there, Kampala lagged behind. But when Kampala came on board, within 2 weeks, 90%, within 2 weeks, every year or every time we receive money, new people are going to be given money. It is not the person who received money last year that is going to receive money today, that is going to receive money next year. Whoever received money in 2023 doesn't receive in 2024, neither does he receive in 2025, because now it will be a question of repayment. They will be starting on repayments. Now that is the government. The government through the Ministry of Local Government, ICT, and Ministry of Finance, they determine who receives this money. Yes. So for us, because we know every now and then there are new people that are going to be onboarded, it was not sustainable to always have paperwork of 1 million people on a daily or on a yearly basis. It was not sustainable. No single bank would do it. As a progressive bank, a post bank we decided to put them on Wendi and ensure that actually they receive this money through via Wendi. The supposed beneficiaries, on average, we have served about more than 1.3 million beneficiaries. They are clear circles that are known by the government. These circles are 10,890 something, okay? So all of these circles are supposed to have a separate account on Wendi, a group account, or call it a circle account. That circle account has leaders. in the group. It has a chairperson, a secretary, and a treasurer. Those are the ones that actually operate the group. Without them, the group cannot operate. If you have 2 of them on the group and one is missing, the group is inactive. It can't do nothing. If you have the 3 of them, the group is active. However, if any one of them tries to send money to any group member and the 2 of you do not approve that transaction, or any of you doesn't approve that transaction, the transaction is rejected. A leader can be in Kapiripiti, another one can be in Kotido, the other one can be even in Congo, and transactions go on. So that is another thing that we put in place. Then you needed to have all the 3 leaders come to the bank, sign, then get the money moved from here to here. You get the leaders travel from wherever they are to come to Kampala, to come to Mbale, to go to wherever their bank is. Right now, for as long as you have your phone, you're registered on Wendi, you are the signatory, you can make a transaction. The fact that most of people, especially in the rural areas, were not financially literate. So as Wendi, we are injecting, or as the bank and Post Bank is trying to inject in quite a lot to ensure that actually we train these beneficiaries for them to reach a level of financial literacy, but also because we're including them financially. We do not want them to just receive money and then that is the end of the day. We are giving them a system or a wallet that is going to enable them to transact even beyond PDM funds. So I think that one is key. It is very expensive to train, to do that financial literacy, really. It is also very expensive to scale. You know, to retail, to put retail stuff out there, you're supposed to inject in quite a lot. You're supposed to put in quite a lot of money to make sure that actually every Ugandan can have this, access this, or every Ugandan can know about this. So the bank puts in quite a lot of money to ensure that we have agents everywhere, to ensure that every Ugandan at least hears about us over the radio, to ensure that we pay. There's so many Ugandans that out there that Wendi and Post Bank employs to take the gospel of Wendi and financial literacy and financial inclusion out there. As a bank, we meet. When you're sending out this money, when you're disbursing this money, the beneficiaries are receiving messages, SMSs. We're talking about 1 million customers. But their leaders, the 3 leaders, once they receive money like this, there are messages that come to their phones. Those messages are paid by the bank, directly paid by the bank. That is one. As and when the leaders disburse the funds to the beneficiaries. The other message, the first messages were, we are getting money from the government of Uganda, from the Ministry of Finance, onto the circles, right? We are sending out messages that you've received this money. Then, as every transaction that is made on the platform, and messages have to go to the leaders, of informing them of the transaction that has happened, but also the members that you've received so much money. Even when they go to withdraw this money off a Wendi agent, or they send it, or they purchase whatever they're supposed to purchase, there are so many messages. So that is what we incur. That is the much we incur. Maybe the other one is, you need to make sure that you have one of the best systems. And to have one of the best systems, the system has to be maintained and with people who really know what to do. That is a huge cost also. It's a huge cost for the bank. We have an entire department for security, IT security, that just looks at that looks at every bit of the transaction that moves and where it is going to move before it is actually put on the system. Whatever product we put on the system, the IT team, the IT security team looks at it. Is it worth going onto our system? Is everything followed? Are the due processes followed as they're supposed to be followed? Before, you would go to the bank, people sign, and you just say it is these people. There is a list where the cow signed and the commercial officer signed, and the bank, just because these people have signed, the bank believes that whatever they have brought them on paper is what is in the system at PDMs before. So we, at no time before Wendi, where we integrated with the system at the Ministry of ICT or the Ministry of Finance, wherever it sits. Okay? Right now, as I speak, since 2025, I think February, Wendi and PDMIS, or that system that approves these loans, are integrated. By the time we send, you initiate a payment. By the time you initiate a payment from Wendi Circle to the customer's account, Wendi has already communicated to the other system in PDMIS, asking them, is this loan approved? Is it an approved loan? If it is not an approved loan, it will fail. If that loan is approved, it is going to go through. So I mean, that is very key, and some of the security measures that have come up due to Wendi and the integration between Wendi and PDMIS. Like we said, we are not in a business of sending money or being a channel to send money to the beneficiaries only. Yes, we want the beneficiary to receive money, but over and above receiving that money, we want them to utilize it, but to utilize it well. And we want them to utilize it on the system or on the platform using their phone. If they are going to purchase anything, we want them to go to a shop, get a Wendi merchant from there, get a merchant from there, pay from one platform to another platform. We believe that is what financial inclusion is all about. Receiving money is not enough. And that is what we were doing before as the banks. Somebody just comes to the branch, we give you 1 million, you go use it as you need to use it. Right now, you receive your 1 million, you choose when to spend it. Because you have it, the bank is in your hand. You choose when to spend it. You choose how to use it. You choose when to spend it. We've put quite a number of services on Wendi. You can pay bills, all bills that you know of, via Wendi, be it national water, be it umeme, be it URA taxes, be it paying school fees, be it paying for seedlings, and in some areas where we have gotten merchants, for those people who want to purchase fuel, everything is on Wendi. We are saying, if it is financial inclusion, it should be financial inclusion to the fullest, not financial inclusion in a bit of I've received money and that is it. On Wendi itself, the people who first received money in 2023, right now 2 years have elapsed. Repayment has started. We have also put another system on Wendi, or another model on Wendi, for a person to just put their money on Wendi and pay back that loan on their circle. And as they are paying, they can see the transaction that was made by who. And we also report back to the Ministry of Finance that a group in Kacheka, group so-and-so, has paid so much money. So many people have repaid back. So many people have repaid back. As they are repaying, as they are going ahead to invest this money, we know if somebody invested in poultry, they are selling their goats, they are selling their chicken, they are selling, if it is in agriculture, they are selling whatever they are selling, and they are getting this money. We have made sure that we have also put a savings model or a saving account on the same group. So somebody can still put their money on the group, not necessarily paying back, but saving as an individual, but also as a group. As they are saving, we are giving them interest. As an individual, we even give you interest up to 10%. There is no bank that can give you up to 10% if you put your money there, except Wendi. Wendi is not a bank. Wendi is a mobile wallet, but owned by a bank. So even I don't think even an account in Postbank, a standalone account in Postbank, will give you 10% on a savings account. Wendi is giving you that much. And we are not giving it to only elites. We are giving it to even the rural people, all savers, and those that we think they are financially not included. When you hear the president talk about PDM, he's not talking about the PDM now. He's talking about what PDM is going to do now and the impact it is going to bring to the country now and in the future. That's why everywhere he has gone, he has been telling people to make sure they repay so that other people can also get these loans. We are saying, when these people repay, and there is another group of people that are going to pay these loans, we believe there is a gap that is going to remain behind. But because we have put all services of Wendi, financial service, all financial services on Wendi, we believe now we have enough data on you, the person who has been using Wendi, and also making repayment on this loan. What Post Bank is doing is make sure that we put a loan, another loan, onto Wendi that you can access. That even when you make a repayment the other side, and that money is going to be used to be given to another person. It is given to Paul. Yet it's a revolving fund. You're not going to. It is not you who is going to be given to it. There may be a gap. So as Post Bank, we are saying we are going to bridge that gap. We are going to make sure that we avail loans to these people. They have been using Wendi very well. They have been using this PDM money very well. That is one. Two, we want to make sure that a Ugandan moves from the issue of subsistence. I mean, they just, whatever money they get, they eat. Whatever money they get, they eat. We are putting other products there. A product like a saving products. I spoke about saving earlier. But when somebody saves that money, we are giving them this 10% to entice them to save. And saving is a habit. So we need to give them that carrot that is going to entice them to save. So we are giving them the 10%, which we may even add more in the near future. So we are looking for more savers as Ugandans. We are looking at training Ugandans to save and save more. Third one, we are looking at every Ugandan being financially included at the end of that day. We a government bank. We are fully owned by the government of Uganda. You're going to get surprised when you find us in areas where you think do not make business sense. But our key mandate is make sure that every Ugandan is financially included, make sure that every Ugandan is financially empowered. Not only the person in Kampala, not only the person in Mbale, all these cities, every Ugandan, from one end of the country to the other end of the country. According to the data we have, we are seeing that one, Wendi is needed almost everywhere. We have seen it. People need to access it almost every corner of the country. So we've seen it, and we are going to work on it to ensure that actually it is everywhere in the country. We have also seen that financial access is also needed everywhere within the country. It save for a point where I think banks and financial institutions have thought that there is no business sense in area ABCD. No, the Ugandans have the money down there, they can save, so they need to access the financial services and financial solutions. So with Wendi, that's what we have brought into play. Then we are envisaging every Ugandan, we are seeing that every Ugandan is going to be on Wendi at the end of the day. And our target is at least every adult Ugandan by maybe a few years down the road should be on Wendi, for them to be able to access their funds, for them to be able to make transactions. Because, I mean, we are giving you affordable, being government, we are giving you affordable products. If you are going to go to any agent of Wendi to withdraw your money, you're going to, the kind of money that they're going to be deducted from you is very, very, very low. Why? Because we are not in the business of making sure that we make so much money. We're in the business of making sure every Ugandan is financially included. We are envisaging, we want to have at least an agent in every parish of the country. The country has about 10,890 something parishes. Our target is to have at least an agent in every parish within the country. That would make us have about 10,000 plus. But that doesn't necessarily mean that we're not going to have parishes that have more than an agent or two or even 10. Say, look at the cities, look at Kampala, the way it is heavily congested. I think if you look at the country, just look at Kampala, where we think that there is heavy financial services concentration in the country. Do you know that most of the money that moves within Kampala is actually hard cash, ranging from the money that you go to the markets to put in the markets, to the money that you go to give a taxi person, to the money that you give a border person, to money that you give the small restaurant person. All that is cash that is just running around. About 70% is still in cash. There are quite a number of reasons. One being, as and when I need this money, I need to have it. The second one being, I have it, but I don't know where to put it. I mean, it is 7. I've received money at 6. All the banks are closed. And I don't trust if you guys, I'm going to go with my money back at home. Okay? The other one being, the banks are up here. For me, as a Ugandan, a normal Ugandan, a local Ugandan, I'm down here. I fear to enter that branch. They speak a lot of English. You sign a lot of papers. With Wendi, one, we find you where you are. We make sure that we are part of you. Even when we are employing a person in maybe Kabale, it should be a local, a person who knows the language of that place, you know, who is going to talk to these people in the language that they better understand. So, I mean, because we have come with that, that is why you see that at least people are embracing. They're like, okay, this can work. We can use this. And there's so much money that has gone through it. I think there is believability right now. People have believed that actually it can work, and it is working. As compared to when we were starting with the noise that was there, you know, where people wanted money, hard cash. Yeah. Then also people have, I think you've seen that people want to go somewhere and buy something. When they go to buy, they are not going to go with their account in the bank to go and purchase fuel at Shell or Starbucks or Total, wherever they're going to purchase their fuel from. No. Some of them don't even have the cards, but they have a phone. So if their money is on this phone, they can easily go and purchase that fuel at the merchant at Starbucks, the merchant at Olex or any other merchants that we have. So I think there is quite a lot of money that is still within people out there. Look at, for the people who go to the bars. Look, in every 10 people that are making payments, it is only about 4. 1 is going to be using the card. The 3 will use the merchant code. The rest are going to pay cash. The rest are going to pay cash. So the cash that is supposed to come into these financial institutions is still a lot. We are supposed to do a lot of education to our people for them to trust that actually if your money is on your account here, no one is going to steal it. It is more secure. It is also more affordable to have it. What people do not know that also having cash in their hands is very expensive. It is expensive to the country, but it is also expensive to you. You only move with the cash that you're going to spend. When somebody finds you on the way and it asks you for 20,000 shillings and you have the 50,000 here, you're going to fight to feel guilty not to give that money to that person. If you do not have it, you know it is only on the phone, you can even remove the wallet and say, you see, I only have 1,000. So it helps you. So a person who wouldn't have paid you, you don't give them the money. So it helps you. You put it on your phone, you put it on your Wendi, and save it there. That is 2. When you have this cash with you, it is not making you money. If you have 1,000 shillings in your pocket, it is still 1,000 shillings. If you have 1,000 shillings on a savings account on Wendi, tomorrow it is increasing, because we are giving you money on a daily. So that is very expensive. It is also expensive for the country. These notes worn out. They wear out. So, I mean, what the country does, they are going to find all mechanisms of spoiling that money or burning that money, but also they are going to reprint. So inflation, before you know it, we have a bit of inflation. And the other one, if a thief came and they steal your phone, they've not taken your money. They have taken the gadget. Your money is seated there. If a thief came and found you with the cash, they are taking cash, they are taking all your belonging. If they find you with the money, they are taking it. If they don't find you with that money and you have it on your phone, I mean, they're going to take the phone and that's going to be it. Or by the time, if they take your phone, let's say they have your password, they have access to your password. They take your phone, they have access to your password. You can, at any one moment, for as long as you engage the bank, for as long as you engage any financial institution, they are going to block that account there and then. And also, there is a limit. You can't, if you have your 20 million on your phone, somebody can't remove the entire 20 million there and then. If you move with 20 million on you, it is gone. Remember, there's someone who had 50 million shillings in the boot, 135 million shillings at the car wash. By the time he came back, the money had gone. What is happening every now and then? You put your money in the car, somebody comes, you give a lift to someone, that money is gone. For the businesses, if you have that money, one, you have a problem of a theft. Somebody can come and steal your money. If it is seated on Wendi, how are they going to access it? Two, you have to make sure that you employ as many people, if you're a supermarket, for example. You employ as many people to make sure that they receive this cash every now and then. As they are receiving cash, you're paying them. It is costly. It is costing you at the end of the day. You're supposed to make sure that you have transport to take that money to the bank. Here, the money goes to the bank without you necessarily putting in anything, directly to the bank. So it is very, very expensive to maintain cash. Very expensive. The biggest pinpoint is about the fact that what we are doing is pushing this system, or Wendi mobile wallet, to deep down in the villages. And what has been happening deep down in the villages for so long, quite a number of people have been neglected financially. Financial institutions have been saying they are here in the cities because, that is where the margins are, according to them. So that would mean that we have to do quite a lot to ensure that we bring these beneficiaries up to speed with these other guys. The kind of financial literacy that I'm giving to the people in the cities and the municipalities is not the same that I'm giving this. Today, you're telling them to do ABCB, you need to make sure that it is as consistent as possible. You need to put it on TV, you need to put it on radio, you need to put it in the markets, so beneficiaries need to be taught every now and then about financial literacy. So I think that is where they have had a challenge from, we are used to having our money here, put it in a box and let it be there. Now we are moving the money from the box to bring it here. So the question was, one, it has taken them time, which is now they have done, but believability has taken them time for them to believe that actually money is going to be here and they're not going to remove it there and then and take it somewhere. So in the first cases, people would receive money and they would look for where to remove it there and then. Right now, they believe that actually the money can go on the phone and it stays there as I finalize to prepare my garden. Calling upon all Ugandans to use Wendi as their number one financial provider and their financial provider of choice. Also ensuring that all Ugandans, especially the PDM beneficiaries, when you receive that money, please use it as you're supposed to use it. Use it for the intended activities or businesses that you put out there that were approved. Make sure that you don't misuse the money. Do not misuse that money. Also pay. For those that have spent the 2 years, please, the payment is also through Wendi. There is also a service on Wendi where you have to do your loan repayment. For those that have money under your beds, please put it on Wendi for you to be able to earn the 10% on a yearly basis. And this money, the 10% that I've been talking about, you receive it on a daily basis. Every day we put something for you when you put that money on Wendi. I call upon you to visit any of our agents across the country if you need to withdraw, deposit any monies on Wendi, visit any of our agents. All our agents have got a signpost that has Wendi. Go to those agents and deposit money, withdraw money, and make bill payments. Thank you so much.